We're here to talk about equity. That's our topic today. That's our word, equity. A lot of homeowners that, have bought their houses 3, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, more longer, right? They're sitting on equity. And that's so important to understand because equity just gives you power to invest in other properties, to, cash out here, pay down bills. We do a lot of refinances here at our office where clients or borrowers need to borrow some money from the house and pay off their loans. One of the big comparisons we do is when you look at car loan rates and you look at, personal loans and credit card loans, all those rates are a lot higher than your mortgage rate. So one of the things people don't realize, even if you're sitting on, a nice equity and you have a really low rate there, maybe you have a 3% or 4% rate, you don't want to get rid of it. The power of equity is so important because you can use a cash out to, take it towards your house, get that equities out there, use it to pay down your cards, use it to pay down your loans. We recently did a few strategy planning with some of our clients that have a lot of equity, and we were able to save them like $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month, just by refinancing their mortgage, getting a new mortgage payment, but cashing out, tapping into the equity and paying off a bunch of stuff. Even if you're a homeowner looking to improve your house, you want to invest into your house and build more equity to your house, that's a good way to do it too. Tap into the equity. Buying new properties, you can use the money to buy, an investment property. There's a lot of ways you can use equity, and it just gives you a lot of power. So think of it this way. If you were to buy a house today, one of the big things you need is a down payment, right? You need reserves, closing costs. Equity is already kind of solving that. So if you have equity in your property, when you're qualifying to get a cash out, you're just basically using your income and your credit to qualify because the equity already gives you that power. It eliminates risks when the banks and underwriters are kind of measuring versus your borrowing versus what you have in equity in the house. So trying to buy a house, a second house, or you're trying to allocate to another state, relocate to another state, you can, I did another refinance here recently where the client borrowed money from their house and bought a house in Florida, down south. That was a good way to kind of keep the property they have, rent it out, create income because they did not want to sell to buy. And since they were moving out there, they were able to get this money out from the house and able to purchase another house. So if you do have equity, take a look into that, see how much your house is worth and see how much you owe, and give us a call. We'll help you structure a loan refinance where you can tap into that. And equity also helps you if you're trying to lower your mortgage rate, because if you have a lot of equity in your house, maybe you bought a house, 3-5 years ago, and your rate, you want to refinance that out to a better rate, use the power of equity to do that. It will play a big factor on the rate you get. So any questions towards that, let us know. We can help you refinance, cash out, rate and term, anything you need in that area.